they were officially the worst team in football. And I should start out with this. I apologize. I apologize to ESPN, to Dan Orlovsky, to experts around the country who said the Bears would be the worst team in football. As I sit here today and the 2022 season is over, I could not be happier to announce that they are the worst team in football. They are horrible. They've been horrible this year. And yet, there is so much optimism heading into 2023, it's not even funny. $120+ million in cap space. Number 1 overall pick. Justin Fields showing out and getting better in 2022. And the opportunity to really take over this division come next year. Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are in flux. The Lions are coming on up, and the Vikings are still going to be decent, but this Bears team has the potential to be the most improved team in 2023 in the entire NFL by far if they play their cards right and if they do what they should be doing. If I were the Bears at number 1, I would trade back and bring back a Hall. What the Niners did to the Bears and Mitch Trubisky and that whole trade in 2017, the Bears should do to a different team. The Bears should be demanding a lot for that first-round pick because guess what? I am 99% sure that they are not going to draft a quarterback, nor do they need a quarterback right now. There are other quarterback-needy teams who are desperate, like Carolina, potentially Tampa Bay, the Raiders. A lot of teams who need some help, the Jets. A lot of teams who could be dipping into this first round of talent as far as quarterbacks go. The Bears are in a prime position to make something happen, and I tell you what, it's so interesting how quickly things could change. Remember last year when we talked about the Bears' job openings at GM and head coach, and everybody said this was a horrible organization to come to, horrible situation, no first-round pick, way over the cap. There were so many issues with the Bears team internally and externally, talent-wise, finances-wise, fan base-wise. The Bears were in so much trouble. And everybody said, rightly so, this was not a coveted position. This was not a top spot. Look at where they stand 1 year later. Look at where they are. First overall pick, $120+ million open in cap space. A quarterback who is progressing, not regressing. I could not be more excited for what's to come for this Bears team. They have a lot of holes. They have a lot of holes to fill, no question about it. They have a lot of issues that need fixing. They're not perfect. Matt Eberflus has not been perfect. Luke Getsy has not been perfect. Ryan Poles has not been perfect. Some of his picks have whiffed, like Velus Jones. I mean, there have been some picks that did not work out in his first draft. And that's why we have to hold them accountable for what they do. But I don't want anybody telling me that this team had no resources to win now. The Bears have everything they need. They have a blueprint. They have the opportunity to win football games next year. There are no more excuses next year. There's no more waiting. There's no more patience. We're ready. Bears fans are ready. The Bears should be ready. With all this money and this top pick and a decent quarterback, new GM, new head coach, there is no more waiting. The wait is over. I'm declaring it today. Last day of the 2022 season, the wait is over. And I ask all of you for a thought exercise at home. As you ponder what happened this past week and what could come for the Bears, ask yourself this question. At this time next year, where should the Bears be and where could they be? We're sitting here watching the Bears get their asses kicked. We are rooting for a tank. We're watching horrible Sunday afternoon football with no meaning whatsoever. Where could they be a year from today? I would say they should be in the Steelers' position, in the Dolphins' position, in the Lions or the Packers' position, in the Seahawks' position. Playing a meaningful game on the last day, not being a Super Bowl contender, but playing a game on the last day that could influence their wild card spots, their playoff situations. This is where the Bears should be next year. So a year from today, when we watch the last game of the 2023 NFL season, the Bears should be around 8-8, maybe 9-7, playing for a playoff berth. It's not a bold take. It's not even a hot take to say that. It is realistic to expect that from this team based on the resources that they have at their disposal now. The Bears were negative in the cap space last year at this time. The Bears had no first-round pick last year at this time. It's been a complete 180 in a matter of 11 to 12 months for the Bears and for Ryan Poles, which is impressive to his credit. I've been critical of Ryan Poles. I haven't been his greatest friend, and he's made some moves that I have not agreed with. But I'll tell you what, here is his opportunity to really make a mark on this Bears franchise. Here is his opportunity to do something good, to live up to his job, to live up to who he said he was going to be day one. We're going to take the North and never give it back. That's what he said, right? Quoting Ryan Poles. We're going to take the North, one, and never give it back, two. They took nothing this year, but we expected that. It's time to start taking stuff next year. And it starts today. Season's over. Time to look into what you're going to do for next year. And the process has already started. There have been reports saying Poles has been at college games. Bears scouts have been at college games looking at players and being ready for the future. This is their time to shine. And this is their opportunity to make something happen. I could not be more excited for what's to come. I could not be more optimistic for what's to come. I would hope that the Bears do things wisely, that Ryan Poles does things according to their need, that they can make a difference in 2023. No more excuses. No more give me time, no more patience, no more nothing. Make the moves. Do something big, roll the dice, and make this team good again. You have all the resources at your disposal. If you want to use that first round pick at number one, you can, by the way. But if they do decide to trade back, you'll get back a haul. You may get back real players as well as draft picks and maybe cash considerations. You could go out and sign free agents, re-sign guys you may want to keep, like maybe David Montgomery. There is so much to look forward to for this Bears team in 2023, and I promise you this, we're going to cover everything. It's exciting. This is one of the best times in my recent memory to be a Bears fan. I mean, yes, the season was dreadful. Yes, they ended up being the worst team in football. But starting today, believe it or not, that record's 0-0. It is. Season's over. 0-0 record in 2023. Everyone's going to be even by the middle of February. The Super Bowl will be over. Everything will change. And it'll be time for the draft. It'll be time for free agency. It'll be time to wonder and understand, what are the Bears going to do? What is their direction going to be? And all I have to say is this, at least to end. The Bears are in an outstanding position. It's exciting to see where they could be next year. And I hope that Ryan Poles does not screw this up. Thank you, everybody, for watching today's stream, today's game, and today's post-game show. Appreciate all of your likes, comments, retweets, shares, subscriptions, and donations. Thank you, Dan, for the $19.99 donation. You're all celebrating the Bears being the number one overall pick, and you should be, Dan. Everybody should be. We will see you throughout the week, providing you coverage. We're going to do a Bears season in review coming up on Wednesday night. Big thank you to John Meadows for producing and directing the entire program today. Bigger thank you to all of you, and a big thank you as well to our sponsor, Amish Country Farms. Hit them up today in Orland Park for the best and the most fresh Amish food with imports weekly from northern Indiana. Lots to come, lots to be excited about. So glad you're all here with us for the ride on Sports Talk Chicago. So long, everyone.